happen if you are not, if you don't have a solid online presence. They want to see that this person can add value to them. People are looking for for individuals or talents that can add value. That's the thing. So if your value is not obvious on the internet, it's already a problem for you, right? You can be great offline, but then they want to have a perception, a feel of you um, on the online tool, which is LinkedIn, right? All right. So probably just dive into the other slide. The key part of, LinkedIn profile, what does it look like? I mean, what does it look like to have a very solid LinkedIn profile? So before I speak about this one, I have seen very weird stuff on LinkedIn. People try to oversell themselves, right? You try to impress people and then sell things that don't exist. That's different from having to give yourself a brand, right? Or having to brand yourself. They are two different things. You cannot you have to ensure that there's a thin line between overselling something and just presenting yourself the way you are in a very concise and in a very uh, interesting way, right? So if we're saying that you need to have a great portfolio or profile, it is more than just trying to sell things that don't exist. Because if you do that in your initial conversation with someone, they can tell that what you portray online is not the reality. Okay. And that is even more complicated than not even doing anything at all. So if you are going to have a great portfolio, what you have offline, right, should be packaged well online and not like overselling yourself. All right. So what that implies is if I say I'm a software engineer, I'm a software engineer, right? Don't make people see that, oh, you are maybe the CEO of a company when you're not, or you are the CTO of a company when you're not. Because when recruiters are looking out for keywords, you are still looking for an entry role or maybe a second level role or something like that, and then just looking for maybe software engineer role. But you're already calling yourself a CTO. So the problem is how will they find you? Because they think, okay, this person is already a CTO, we don't need you, in a company. That's the thing. So first thing is that when we are saying that you should have a great portfolio or great profile, it does not mean that you should amplify what you have in such a way that it does not even reflect who you are in person. Okay. So first thing, very nice photo. You shouldn't be taking weird pictures like a selfie, and then you are putting up a selfie. It just doesn't really portray, professionalism, right? So you need to have high quality picture. You don't even have to do a photo shoot. Maybe your phone can do the work. Just get somebody to hold the phone for you, and then just take something very nice. Avoid distractions behind the scenes. Don't have too many people right behind you when you're taking the picture because of, privacy and all of that. Ensure that your background is clear and all, and then you take the picture, nothing more. And just probably talk. I mean, nobody wants to see your full picture actually. You just want to see the headshot, nothing more. Okay. So if it's Instagram or Twitter, you can as well, give yourself like a full shot. But when it comes to LinkedIn, the goal is you, just the head, nothing more. The next thing is the headline. Headline has to be very concise because recruiters are searching for keywords on their search bar, right? So you are looking at using specific words that you know that these recruiters would actually look out for. Example, if you're a software engineer, then just put a software engineer and use other specific additional keywords that would really help you, you know, get the visibility. All right. Uh, you can even mention specific skills that you are currently learning or you have learned in the past, right? Well, when it comes to years of experience, for me, if you like, put 20 years of experience. The question is, do you have something to back it up? There has to be something to show for it. So I always tell people that instead of you talking about the years of experience, talk about what you have done during those years. I mean, if you post 20 years, I still want to find out from you. what did you do over the last 20 years, right? So you have to be very careful with defining specific years in your headline, right? Ensure that you don't mention that you've done 20 years when you are still like 2 years in the space, because with more years, there'll be more responsibilities. So they're asking you different questions because you have more years of experience. Okay. So that's another thing. About is very important as well. Very short bio of yourself. Just talk about who you are, what you do, and then put specific numbers. If possible, like show data that, oh, I joined the company, I moved this company from this X. Maybe they used to, I mean, for maybe digital marketing, for example, you have metrics to show for it that, oh, I did I grew a brand from just a thousand followers to 10,000. That's how your bio should look like. Put numbers in your bio, not just say that you have 20 years of experience or you have 10 years of experience. No, give specific data. Let them see what you have done. So the actions you took and the results, the action, the results, or the situation, the action, and then give them the results, something like that. So that way they get to have a feel of you that, oh, actually you are doing an incredible work. You are able to move a business from 5,000 users to 20,000 users. Yes. Or front-end engineering, for example, I was able to do, I was able to redefine a website, and then from this and this, and then that grew the user base, right? Or user retention from, 10 to 50, something like that. So when you took up the project, it was at 10 users. But then because you revamped the website, you were able to get the website to 100 users per day. Ehen. That means that your work actually contributed to the growth of the business. And that's kind of very definite. Okay. All right. Next slide, please. So I think I've mentioned something around the headline already, so that you don't have to talk too much in your headline, something very concise. It's to have visibility actually when they are searching for you, right? The headline will really help you in that regard. So, I mean, strong about section, right? An example is already on the screen right now. I'm a software engineer with 5 years of experience building web apps. I enjoy using my skills to solve real world problems and blah, 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 blah. So very definite. You have 5 years of experience, and if possible, just add additional stuff to it, just to give specific data, insights. Let them see what you have done during that period over the past 5 years. What have you done? Okay, good. This is an example here in your experience, right? You want to highlight your skills and experience. You're saying that I led a team of 5 to develop a new feature and increase the user retention by 15%. That was what I said earlier on, that you need to show numbers, you need to show data so that they can buy into what you're selling to them. I mean, this is very, very important. And get endorsements. I've done that personally in the past. So I'll give you a scenario. I worked on a project with Pluralsight several years ago. That was in 2020, and it was a skill assessment project for them. So I reached out to my manager, my product manager, my project manager, to get endorsement from her. So she gave me that endorsement on LinkedIn. And just because of that endorsement I got, I was able to now do another follow-up with a different company this time around, which is Meta, right? And someone reached out to me, and then they already saw the endorsement and all of that. And then we had a conversation that, oh, okay, it seems like you are actually good with skill assessment and writing of it seems like there's an interruption there. Please, can we mute if you are not speaking so that we don't confuse everybody here? All right, thank you very much. So as I was saying, that's endorsement gave me another opportunity to get into LinkedIn, right? So the manager eventually left Pluralsight for LinkedIn, and it just reached out to me that, hey, there's a project that LinkedIn wants me to work on for them and blah blah blah, and I jumped on a course, like creating a course, right? And it was just endorsement that really happened, right? I didn't have to apply for it, recommendation, things like that. I didn't have to apply. There was no application anywhere. It was just endorsement, which is why I always tell people that you need to build meaningful relationships with people as much as possible. Your colleagues, your co-workers, you have some bad blood toward people when you're working because you don't know who is going to recommend or endorse you in the future, right? You need to learn how to work with people. It's professional relationship, not friendship, not it's not friendship, right? Because the requirement for friendship is different from professional relationship. So you shouldn't be expecting friendship kind of expectations from your coworkers. So you shouldn't have any bad blood to them. Just work and professionalism, nothing more. So this is going to help you actually and in the future when you're having to, I mean, some jobs you don't have to apply for them. You just someone just reach out to you and hey, I know we've worked together. I mean, 4 years we worked together 4 years ago. And what do you think? I mean, are you interested in this? You don't have to go through interview. I think my interview was very fast. Like it was straight to the point. I have to go through the hassles. And people actually reached out at the time that they wanted to go, wanted to get into LinkedIn. And I'm like, how do I even explain to these people that I didn't go through all of the hassles and all of that because there was a recommendation in the first place? I'd worked with the person liked loved my work, and it was straightforward. So as I said, the essence of this story is just to make you understand that sometimes you don't have to uh, expend your energy on applying and applying and applying if you've not dealt with relationship with people because that has to be your currency as you navigate your career. All right, next slide, please. All right, I think I've mentioned highlighting, yeah, growing your LinkedIn. Yeah, so first thing, connect with people, connect with your colleagues, your classmates, your friends, reach out to them and say, hey, I'm already on LinkedIn. Please engage my content. Um, but then you have to understand that you are adding value, right? You need to have value first, not just people following you or just, sending you requests. If your content are not valuable, nobody's going to follow you. I mean, in the first place. So connect with people at first and also tell people to reach out to you and all of that. Send, personal notes and all of that for introduction. When you're reaching out to somebody, don't be asking some very weird, questions. How was your night? I'm like, why do you want to know? Like, why do you care? Or how are you? I mean, good morning. Hope you rested well. Like you don't know the person from anywhere. I mean, you don't need to worry yourself about whether I rested well or not. Nobody really cares, right? So straight to the point, nail the stuff and just say it. Right. So when you're reaching out to people and then sending connections. I've seen weird, DMs. I'm like, how do I answer this person right now with this kind of, stuff? You've not seen this person before. You're saying, hey bro, you know, I mean, there's some very funny, weird, terms that I'm like, it's not ideal to be, having that kind of introduction because you don't know the person from anywhere. All right. Yeah. So job search. While I mean searching for job is, crucial. Um, I know LinkedIn has like a job, alert. So just for you to enable it on your phone, once somebody posts a new job, you get notified that a company just uh posted something, right? And you also need to follow companies, the people that actually you love their businesses and you love what you're doing, and you want to be a part of it, then follow them so that in case they post a job, you can quickly be like the first to participate in that. Okay. Reach out to recruiters. This one, um, you have to be very strategic with this. Uh, the way you are going to reach out to recruiters, don't sound too desperate. All right. When you're reaching out to recruiters, don't sound like you are like this is like a do or die affair. You are a brand, right? You have to present yourself as I'm giving you value, right? So just have meaningful chat and just like make inquiries about an opportunity, not like you're sounding like, oh, I really need this opportunity, right? So connect with recruiters, follow their content, comment on their content, you know, let them see you around first before you even reach out to them at all. I mean, most of them post content on socials, on LinkedIn. I mean, I follow some of them, and you have to learn how to connect and engage their content first before you reach out to them. If not, I mean, how do you want to start a conversation? You say, oh, okay, I enjoy your content. I saw something around, landing a job, blah, 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 blah. Do you have any opportunity, around this? And then, yeah, there's at least there's something to start the conversation with. Not like, yeah, I'm looking for a job. If you have anything, the person will not reply. But if you come from the angle of, oh, I saw your content somewhere. I love the content. It's great. Um, I just wanted to find out from you just come up with a new question and then the person will be more than happy to answer you. That's like a bait for them. They will answer you. And then when you've done that, just wait for a few days and probably come back and say, um, I actually love this skill. I love this, industry. I would love to be a part of this in the future. If you have any opportunity in this area, I mean, feel free to, share with me and blah, blah, blah. Something like that. That's it. And you move on. All right, next slide, please. Um, okay, thank you. Yeah, so this part is very, very important. I think I'm going to talk about this one. Uh, the fact that as you're learning, it's good to also share valuable content, right? Uh, share different ideas, share different idea topics that you're actually learning at the moment. Let people know that you are growing and you're making progress, right? And that more importantly, you are you're not just repeating some very vague content, right? It has to be something insightful, something that would engage your um what do you call it? Your audience, right? Not just your copy content somewhere, you go just repeat the same thing again. No, you should not do anything like that. Find a way to just share your thoughts on stuff. This is what I feel about this. An article somewhere, and this is my thought, or these are my thoughts on this. Or I found I just found a discovery somewhere and I felt like I should share, with you guys. And I heard that something like that, right? So, and this one, I think I also need to emphasize something here that you don't have to be in a hurry to become maybe a mentor or a coach. Don't get yourself to a point. Don't get yourself distracted because what I've seen on LinkedIn now these days is that because you now get more engagement, right? You just started like maybe less than a year. You're getting more engagement now. Your mind is already telling you that, oh, okay, maybe I can become a coach now, and then you've retired. You're just starting your career. And now you are becoming a coach. Coach, I mean, how long have you been in the space that you're becoming a coach? So, or you're a mentor, like you have not done 6 months, you've not done a year, but because you get engagement from people, you have been carried away to think, I think this is the best time for me to become a coach and start doing master class. I'm like, what do you want? What value do you want to give me now? Just explain to me the way you are telling me that I should come and do master class with you. You just did 6 months. So what's the master class about, really? So I think you have to learn how to stay and be patient and be consistent with your content creation over a period of time. Like give yourself enough time. Don't zone out from being a student from, and then you now want to move to being a mentor or to becoming someone who does master class regularly. Now you don't even have time to grow again. You don't have time to study. You don't have time to learn. So, I mean, for me to get to this point, I've been doing LinkedIn for several years, and I don't think I want to do a master class or something because I'm still learning. I've not done 10 years, right? I'm still learning. We're all learning. So if you're going to be a thought leader, it takes time, right? Well, you need to keep writing, and there has to be consistency there. You have to keep writing, and there's consistency in your content creation so that people can see and connect the dots in the future and say, oh, okay, this guy started 5 years ago. Now you have something to talk about because now you're leveraging on the years of experience, right? Experience is not something that you gain in 1 month or 2 months. Experience is a combination of different mistakes, different things that you've done in the past, and you are able to escape those difficulties. And now you're able to solve those problems. And now here you are, 6 years later, you can actually help other people from there. So experience is not something you get in 1 month or 2 months. You have to stay and be consistent for a period of time. All right. Next slide, please. Okay. All right. So, quick tips here. First thing, you have to keep updating your profile because there's no one-off optimization here. I mean, sometimes I just like update my profile when I see that, okay, this one is not really necessary again. I just remove it. You should not have like a one-off thing. Just try different things, right? Um, so that your web page does not look stale or you have too many cobwebs around. Yeah, so number two, consistency is very important. Engage people's content and they will follow you. I've done that a few times as well, where I'll just see something very educative and then the person just looks and views your profile and say, "Oh, okay, it seems like this person has other additional resourceful content that I can, dive into." So yeah, that's the second thing. The third thing is, of course, use keywords because recruiters are also using keywords when they're searching on their search bar, right? So learn how to use keywords within your bio, your headline, and all of that. Okay. Do we have any other slide there? Let me be sure that we have. Okay. So I think the commitment today is that everyone will go back to their LinkedIn. I mean, you check what you have at the moment. Number one, your image, your headshot. Is it solid enough? Is it attractive enough? Um, you need to also connect with people, follow them, engage their content, and then you get more follows from there. But then just also pay attention to what I said before. Don't be harvesting followership when you are not providing educative content, right? There's a thin line between being a professional and being an influencer. Don't, if you want to be an influencer, there's a strategy to that. If you want to be a professional, your aim is just add value and give yourself the visibility that you need to land the next role and the next role and the next role. Don't start doing things like an influencer because an influencer, they already have a way of, getting their followership and all of that. So as I said, there's a thin line between that. And you have to be careful that you don't cross that line. If you want to be an influencer, there is a different way around that. If you want to be a professional, I just want to ensure that your content, your skill sets look good on socials. Then there is something that you need to do around that and that will really help you, of which I've explained everything to you guys already. Okay. I think that
He locked it. He locked
I
it.
think that's already answers most of the questions I had in mind. Okay, so the final thought for me today is that your branding is very important, and branding begins from you offline. Okay. It starts from you offline. If you don't have good repetition offline, then it's hard for you to present yourself well on socials. So branding starts with your friends, with your co-workers. If you don't have good relationship with those guys, and you claim that you have collaboration skills and you have blah 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 on your profile, one day you will get another opportunity from through LinkedIn, and they'll say, "Ah, I didn't know that if you lack collaboration skills." Oh. So you have to learn that branding is don't brand yourself good online when you know that your offline skill sets are not well refined yet. If you don't have empathy towards people and you claim that you have empathy, towards people on your LinkedIn, it will show. It will backfire in the future because somebody will reach out to you and say, okay, because I love your set of skills, let's have a chat. And during an interview, you cannot demonstrate it and, everything is just obvious. All right. Questions, questions, questions. If you have any questions, please go ahead and share that with me right now. I'm happy to answer the questions, right? Thank you very much, Skillers, for this opportunity and peace. Oh, can anybody hear me at all?
Hello, hello.
Yes, we
Yeah, yeah,
can.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can
Yes,
hear
sir.
you.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Timidayo.
Yes, can hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Okay. Can I speak?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Okay. My name is Joseph Apukuje, and I enrolled for the digital marketing cohort, and it has
Great.
been a really insightful one for me. And in terms of LinkedIn, I've had LinkedIn since I think 2016 or 2017. I was just told to open it
Oh,
because you can get opportunities and all of that, but I never really understood it.
mm,
For the kind of person I am, when I see some write-ups,
yeah.
for people I know, like people I have interacted with one on one, and I see what they put up, and I feel like this feels way too exaggerated. So I yeah, I prefer communicating the way it is. I'm someone who,
Yeah.
who speaks on the second person. When I'm talking, when I'm trying to address people, I use second person pronouns and the like. So I communicate as a second person individual. So when I see
Mm,
lengthy sentence and I see things that are not supposed to be there, I feel like, is this platform really meant for me? But then after a while
yeah.
I decided to see how it works, but even at that I still find it a little bit discomforting to communicate in my own way, because I see it that as everybody is trying to make it look how would I put it, like everything is perfect and there's no room for error. Even when they talk about the mistakes, it still feels a little bit exaggerated. So the platform for me, yes, you get connect, you get everything, but I don't know. I still don't just find my place in it. You've shared a lot of
Okay.
things, but still, for me, I don't know how I'm going to fit myself into the platform. So I don't know if you have any um
Okay.
thoughts for me, sir.
Great. Thank you, Joseph, for that. So the thing about LinkedIn is, as I said before, I mean, I agree with you. There are a lot of people trying to look nice. I've seen people, I'm like, dude, we just had a conversation a few days ago. Why are you packaging this like this? Like, it's bound to happen, right? So first thing first is that you don't put yourself under pressure right now. It's not compulsory that you uh like you do it right away. You have to be very comfortable with that. And you'll have to be comfortable with yourself. Whatever way you want to communicate, please go ahead and do that. People who love your content will follow you and engage that content regardless of anything, right? Everywhere we're in the midst of noise and everything, but yeah, right in the middle of all of these things, you have to realize that feel free to be yourself, right? Share your content in whatever way or whatever format that you prefer, right? Don't if you know that you want to share a struggle that you've been dealing with in terms of navigation or a rejection, I mean a job rejection, please go ahead and share that. You don't have to make everything look all fancy or look all good, because that's what people actually do. They just come around and say they are pleased to announce to you that they've gotten them, but then behind the scene, they've had like 1,001 failures, right? Or rejections, but most people will not talk about that. So in your mind, you are seeing the person like, this guy must be an angel. Like, why, how are you able to learn these things like back to back? They only come and tell you what they wanted to hear, right? But as I said, it all depends on you. Don't be in a hurry. Don't push yourself too hard that, oh, I have to be there. I have to be a part of this. I have to have a piece of this cake, No, just be yourself, and whatever style that you want to use, please go ahead and use that. Does that work?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just me doing me,
Just be
communicating
yourself.
values.
Yeah, just be
Yeah.
yourself in whatever
Thank you.
way.
Thank you
Yes,
so
please
much.
be yourself. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Any other question? Okay, let me see the chat box if there's anything there. If you have any question, if you cannot speak, please you can use the chat box as well so that we can wrap up for this evening? Okay. A question here. How many times can we be posting in a week? So I'll give an example of myself. I mean, as I said, I'm not aiming to be an influencer. That's the first thing, right? So I have defined the number of times I want to post, and it's not even all the time as such, right? Because it's about the quality, not just the quantity, right? If you like, keep posting things that are just, just too random or too straightforward, we might not really get engagement from with that. So take your time to say, okay, maybe 3 times a week or 2 times a week for a start, and then build up with that. But then just remember that it's about the quality that you are rolling out. Don't find a way to just patch things because there's someone has told you that you must do 4 days or 5 days in a week. If you have quality content, if you know that you want to spend time doing that quality of work, right? Do it and then give us quality. Let's know that this is actually very solid, and I agree with you, something like that. So if it's 3 times, of course, 3 times is, I mean, is great. Monday, Wednesday, and maybe Friday. So that's, that works. So now it depends on your audience. Sometimes I mean, for mine, they're usually active in the morning. So now it depends on your audience. Some of them have a different time zone. So you want to put that into consideration. If you have more of, foreigners, maybe Americans, for example, that means that your evening will be their morning, right? Will be their morning. So you now have to start asking yourself that when do you want to post? If you post in your morning, then you'll most likely have to see it late at night. All right. So if your audience are Nigerians, just know that most people like to open their LinkedIn in the morning before they dive to work, right? Instagram is usually around afternoon-ish when they want to feel good, just want to relax and all of that. But LinkedIn, oh, I'm motivated in the morning. I'm looking for content, in the morning. Yeah. So 3 times is average, like fair enough. I have the same struggle as well, wondering what kind of content I can post on LinkedIn because everyone's content seems like they are very proficient in what they do. Okay, so the question is, what's your current skill? What do you love the most? What kind of story do you want to tell? Like, what's the theme that you are trying to push? Right. So I need to know that, please. If you can share that with me, let me know. I would give you more concise answers to that. So your theme, you need to have a theme. You need to have, okay, I would call you up shortly, Chinazom. Let me quickly answer the next question. So as I said, you need to have a theme for your content, right? What are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? And then you can build your stories around that over and over again. Yeah. So please, how can we get to recruiters and sell ourselves? The interesting thing is that by the time you're just pushing your work, recruiters will reach out to you on their own accord. That's the thing, right? When you have quality work and you're pushing it, consistently, they will reach out to you because they're also searching on their end, right? So if you just want to follow up on recruiters, that might, as I said, it might be very tricky. Some of them will not reply you. The easiest ways for you to catch their attention is to engage their content and send a DM to them that you actually enjoy one content, you love it, and blah blah blah. You just want to ask them a question around it, and you see that they'll answer you. But if you are going to their DM to be looking for jobs, they might not answer you because they feel that they are very busy and blah blah blah. But if you are going that, oh, you saw their content somewhere and you enjoy it, they'll feel good. So just make them feel good first. And also, what made a content a good one as to attract the right people? Okay, so as I said, is what do you stand for? What's the theme? What's the theme that you're trying to communicate to the people? What do you want them to know you for? So, for example, me, so someone like me now, nobody can know me for what do you call it? Maybe a car dealer. I'm not a car dealer, so you'll not see anything like that on my platform or anything else. Anybody that sees my content or get to reach out to me, They know the kind of things I do because those are the things I push consistently. Skill enhancements, courses, different things, right? So by the time you see my style, you can tell that it seems that this guy is always obsessed with talent empowerment generally. So I build my case, I build my stories around empowerment. That's the thing. All right. Okay. So let me allow Chinazom to speak. Please go ahead.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hi, yo. This was a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We have been able to learn a thing or two. So I just wanted to make a simple contribution. I mean, in addition to everything you said, because I see that it's a safe. Almost every one of us are struggling with the same thing, trying to know the kind of
Yeah.
context of create. So I
Mm.
think the one of the solution to that is for you to have the understanding that those same people in LinkedIn are the same people. In fact, most of them are the same people in Twitter, the same people in Instagram, same people in Facebook, right? Those are people that troll people that say shit and all of that. These are those same people that are in LinkedIn. So, but these platforms are actually made for different kind of information, right? So if you can
Mm.
actually make a post on Twitter, if you can actually make a post on Instagram, if you can actually make a post on your WhatsApp status, I'm telling you, you can make a post on LinkedIn. Now, it doesn't have to be like too long, right? Because I mean, most of the time, I don't really read all those long things that people are writing. I mean, if it look like it's interesting, I might just go to the comments to understand what people are talking about. Like, it's always like too long, right? So you don't have to write it to be too long for people to, hey, nobody has that kind of time, or else you're already like somebody that people already engaging with, right? So as a starter, you don't have to keep writing things that are too long. Nobody will even read it, right? It will just be only you that will like it. So you might just keep it simple and short. And then also, you don't really have to be posting your own content, right? You go to LinkedIn, there are so many groups, data analysis group, Power BI, data science, machine learning, project, or whatever kind of thing that you're doing, right? Find all those groups, you can just join them. You can even be sharing the posts they're making in that group. All right. So any post that actually resonates so well with what you're doing, you can actually share it and be like, okay, yeah. I mean, to hear what other people's engagement can actually look like. All right. So it must not be your own content. So if you don't have anything to post, you can as well share. All right. You can share what other people wrote or something that is from the group. So it's important that you go ahead and join some of those groups that are relating to what you're actually doing. So don't feel under any kind of pressure, right? Just like Temidare said, like so many people just post their wins. Nobody posts their losses, right? I mean, before you even see somebody posting their losses, even if they are posting their losses, they will still be posting it with a win or 3 wins that cause. So don't allow any kind of pressure. All right. Don't, I mean, most of those would actually they are acting under pressure. All right. Most of them are actually acting under pressure because they saw somebody wrote this and then they're right. And then if you meet the person physically, be wondering, oh, these your words and you do not look alike. I mean, you guys are parallel. So don't put yourself under pressure, right? So even if you don't have anything to post now, you can be posting your learning journey, all right? You can be posting your learning journey. You just started learning this, and then you can be updating people on how far you've learned and what you have learned. Okay, today I learned this and that and all of that. So you can actually start with that, all right? How to do this. I learned how to do that. You can actually start with that. And then with time, from all those groups you have joined, you can be seeing content to actually share. So don't be under pressure at all. I mean, don't even allow, or it's those same people from Twitter, those same people from Facebook, not them. All right. So don't even allow yourself to be under any kind of pressure. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for the contribution. All right. I think that's already answers most of these, burning questions that you have at the moment. So, I don't know if we have any other question here, so that we can call it a call for this evening. Um, okay, I didn't get this question properly. I'm saying, how do we know them, please? Because I can't even differentiate employee and employers. If you do you want to use a microphone to expound on this? I'm curious. What are you referring to?
Okay, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Please go ahead. Good afternoon.
Okay. Based on the question I asked, you said we should maybe reach out to recruiters, engage on their posts. So on LinkedIn, I always like my mates also post. So I don't know how I will know that these are the maybe recruiters as to engage on their posts, try selling myself, like try engaging my try engaging in their posts and all that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, for first thing is that there are a lot of influencers. I mean, well, let's call them recruiters, right? On LinkedIn, right? They have, you can easily tell that this is actually a recruiter, right? And they share content all the time, right? So what I would suggest is that I mean, it's easy for you to be able to identify people actually by just looking at their profile, just viewing their profile, right? And you're able to like engage the right, right content from there. So there's really, if for me, if I check someone's profile, I can tell if this person is a recruiter or not, right? Just by looking at the person's, content, right? Okay, great. Great. How can you contact to have more questions? Yeah, I mean, Bridget can give answers to that. Or can, explain. Of course, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn as well if you want to. We can have conversations, right there. Right. So I think I would hand over the microphone to Bridget right away. Thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Temi Dayo. Thank you for the wonderful section. I mean, it was so enlightening. Thank you so much for that. So, okay. Well, someone said you like to connect with him. Okay, Temi Dayo is actually one of our facilitators. Yes, he's our front-end facilitator. So yes, you can connect with him. And you can also check him out on LinkedIn, like you said. So thank you so much. I trust everyone had a good time because I had it now. Okay, so I believe everyone can still hear me. Sorry, I lost connection, but I believe you can still hear me. If you can still hear me, kindly indicate in the comment section. Oh, all right. So, before we round up the town hall meeting for today, I'd like to talk about cohort 4. I believe, I mean, we all know we are already in the sixth week of cohort 3, and we are rounding off soon. So cohort 4 will be starting in December, and registration is currently ongoing. So, and also we'll be offering we are currently offering a 50% discount for everyone for a limited period of time. I'm sure we all saw the message on the group the other day when I sent it. I've been sending it, so I'm sure we're all familiar with that. So we're actually running a 50% discount for all programs, for School of Creative at 50,000, then School of Products is 60,000, then School of Tech, which is 70,000. So introduce Kilaves to your friends, register for your friends and families. I mean, you already know the good thing that we are giving to you. We are bringing amazing stuff to you guys. So sell the good news of Skillaverse to your friends and families, so they can also join you and become a tech guru just like you are. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the call this evening. And yeah, that will be the end of today's meeting. See you guys in class. For those that still have in class this evening, see you in class. And then for those that will be meeting tomorrow, see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. And also, I would like to call up Modupe in case she has anything she would like to say on this call. Modupe, are you there?
Bye.
Hello. Yeah, I'm with you. Thank you very much. Well done. Please, guys, Bridget did an amazing job. Tim Dion did an excellent job. Please, let's give them their flowers. I don't really have much to say other than to encourage us, just like Bridget has said. Please, I hope you guys can hear me. Bridget, can you guys hear me,
Yes,
or can anybody hear me?
yes.
Okay. All right. So I'd just like to
Yes, we
encourage
can
you, just
hear
like
you.
I said, Quad 4 is on the way registration, and we're giving a 50% discount on 3 of our schools. And so guys, please, just like she said, sell the good news of skill awareness to people. Most of the feedback so far have been amazing. And I know as a true friend, as a good friend, brother, sister, I believe that you wouldn't want your family and friends to miss out on this wonderful offer. And please let us bear it in mind that this offer is just for a limited time. So guys, please spread the good news, and we look forward to, and you can also reapply for some of our programs too. So we look forward to onboarding you all in Quad 4, and we hope that you share the good news. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bridget, and thank you everybody for joining. We hope to see you all in the next town hall meeting. Over to Bridget.
Right. Thank you so much for that. So this brings us to
Sorry,
the
Bridget,
end.
before you go, I just realized that our data science facilitator is in the house, and it means a lot to us, Chinazom, in person of
Oh,
Chinazom.
wow.
Yeah, so please, guys, let's just give her flowers. Give her flowers. Let's make use of the flower emoji. I mean, she's a very, very busy person, but out of her busy schedule, she actually took time out to be here, and she also contributed too. So, guys, please,
Wow.
is there any data science students here? You guys should grab your facilitator and give her a round of applause. Give her flowers. I'm not seeing any flowers, though. I'm not seeing any reactions. Anyways, let me give her. I would do well to give her flowers in the comment section. So thank you very much, Nazum, for joining us. We really do appreciate. So I'll be handing
Thank
over.
you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. So over to you, Bridget.
Thank you so much, Chinazom, once again for joining us. I mean, it means a whole lot to us to have you on the
Thank you.
call. So thank you so much. And data science students are really like, we are really hearing their feedback. Wonderful and amazing job you've been doing so far. So thank you so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Temidayo. Thank you, Modupe. Thank you, Olumide. Thank you, everyone that participated in this call today. We look forward to seeing you in our next town hall meeting. Bye.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
No, I used to have the chocolate bag. When I was changing my house that time, I bought a lot of clothes. When I remember some of them, I'll be like, hey, I could not make this clothes too. Hey, that dress is just one, the smallest one. So I left even make to of course, makes sense. You can get original.
Yes, now that's where you get original. Those like I don't get raining clothes. My girl is rugby jersey, basketball
It
jersey.
is like new and it's still okay. It's not bad. Clothes and some of them are
I just chance
very
to
old. The neck is slacking. It's not clear. One friends discuss me and me. Some documents are not in it. See, I'm
When
doing
they find the document, I mean, I count that one and the just one document.
one guarantor's form. Not there.
This is a laptop. Here, no, they cash it, they carry on.
You don't fall like the 2 times.
Not even the wall.
One day was inside
Because
was.
of the distance you are coming from.
Oh, okay. Because get weight